show you how to make mooncakes. And mooncakes are very special at this time of year because they're made in honor of the Mid-Autumn Festival, a festival in honor of the goddess of the moon. And I'll explain how they're made and why they're made. So let's get started. There are going to be a few ingredients that you're going to have to get specially. And you'll have to either go to an Asian market or you're going to have to order them online. So let's start with what you can get from the Asian market. So in the center of our mooncake will be salted duck egg yolks. And as you can see, they kind of look like the moon. Well, a red moon or an orange moon, but they're moon-shaped. The other thing that you're going to need to get at the market is consui, which is an alkaline water. And this is added to the flour, and it actually makes it yellow without having to add an egg, and it keeps the dough pretty light. The traditional filling is lotus paste, and this is made from lotus seeds, and I had to order this from Amazon. So what's going to happen is we're going to wrap our eggs in with the seeds. So let's make the dough first, because you want that dough to sit a little bit. So I've got about a cup of flour. To that, I'm going to add a teaspoon of the consui. So let's just put that right in there. And what we'll add to that is we're going to add about a quarter cup of water. Now the other ingredient that is usually called for is something called golden syrup. I don't think you actually need golden syrup. You just want something that's sweet and kind of amber colored. And here in Maine, in New England, I like to use maple syrup. And this is maple syrup that we've made. You can also use honey, which is good, or even Karo syrup, corn syrup. So there's a quarter cup. So this is a lot of moisture, and what you'll find is that this will very quickly have that form into a ball. And to that, I'm going to add a tablespoon of oil. So this is a little bit soft, which is fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take just a little bit of this flour. I don't want to add too much flour, but maybe a tablespoon of flour. And let me put this in. And to this mixture that I'm making is made with about equal parts of raisins, sesame seeds, and these are black and white ones. We've got some almonds, we've got some pecans, some coconut. So you could kind of play around with that. And what we'll do is we will process this. what we're going to do, so this is kind of the fun part, is we're going to take one of the yolks and I'm going to take our filling. I'm going to make kind of a little bowl here. And I'm going to put this right in to the bowl. And I'm going to form the paste right around the egg yolk. Just like that. And we'll just roll it. So now for the fun part. So here's our dough. And I'm going to need to flatten this out. So the easiest way to do that is to get 2 layers of plastic and just press down, just like that, to make a thin sheet circle. All right, so what we'll do now is we'll take our filling and we'll just form this soft dough right around it. Go. Just peel that right up. See what I mean by it gathers? So if that were thick, it might be too thick, but since it's kind of feathered at the top, it won't be too thick. All right. So if you didn't have a press, what you could do is you could take, I'm not going to do this because I do want to press, but you could flour the bottom of this, and then you could just press down gently here, and you could just kind of form this kind of into a hockey puck. But that's not very exciting. So you can order these online, and they have little symbols or flowers. This is my favorite one. This means double happiness. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that this will fit into my press. And I'm going to put some flour down. Just want to make sure that it doesn't stick. So then what I'll do is I will roll especially the top right with the flour. Put that down. I'm going to dust this a little bit. Although it should be okay. So what we'll do is we'll just push that and then we'll firmly push it down. There we go. That's a nice one. Double happiness. So let's do a different one here. This is leaves, autumn leaves. There we go. This one's round, so we'll leave it round. And then we'll press. Okay. Ooh, nice. And you can see how I said, don't worry if it's a little bit thin. So you can see some of the filling shows through there. But you want that. Here we go. All right. So some mooncakes. So to bake, You would preheat your oven to 350 degrees, and you put it in the center rack. And once that's heated up, what you'll do is you'll lightly just spritz the tops so it doesn't crack. It keeps it moist.
With what?
With water. Thank you. All right, so we'll put this into our hot oven. And about 10 minutes into cooking, what you'll do is you'll gently paint the surface with egg yolk, an egg wash. And what will happen is when you do this, it will turn this top kind of golden brown. You want to do this very lightly, and you only want to do it after it's baked for a while. So I'm kind of cheating here. All right. And then you'll bake it for another 15 minutes. And if you did it correctly, you'll end up with this golden brown top. See, the sides are just kind of dough colored, but if you kind of paint that egg wash on top of that. So let's go back to our board. So let's cut into our double happiness here. So we'll just slice into that, and you can see inside is the moon. And there's the sweetness there. And you can see the crust is pretty thin. So after you bake it, you don't actually want to eat it right away. You actually want to let it age for like 2 or 3 days so that the oil that's in the filling can migrate to the dough. Let's take a look at one of our little guys here. So there you go. There's the egg again. So there you have it. Mooncakes for the Mid-Autumn Festival.